Okay, the last icon that we're going to be talking about is the offset icon. Offset is one of the handiest tools because it really represents the bread and butter. You use it to offset walls. You can create, basically, offset allows you to create concentric items or parallel items, and it doesn't matter what item you're starting with, you can usually offset it. I'll give you an example. I'm going to draw a couple lines, and let's 120 units down, and let's just go another 120 units. So what happens if I want to take this 120 unit by 120 unit and I want to create a few rooms? Let's just say that this is going to turn into a square. I'll make this a square so that we can offset and put a couple of storage closets down at the end of it. This is going to represent a room. And we're going to put some storage closets at the end. But first we actually have to give the walls some thickness. So that's what the offset command is for. So O at the command prompt, press return. And here's where we specify our offset distance. In this case, because this is the same drawing I used in a previous exercise, its distance is set at 5. So let's leave it set at 5. And I'm going to select on the object that I want to make a copy of, and I'm going to click on the side that I want that copy to be. So think of drawing a outside shape, and then I'm making the walls 5 inches thick. And let's say I want the closet at the end of this to be, I think a typical closet is 24 inches, so let's offset again, set my distance to 24, and I'll click on that line and send it across. And I'll end that command. I'll start the command again, set my offset distance to 5, click on my wall, and there we go. And what if I want to split this into 2 little sections? I can draw a line from the midpoint to the midpoint. I'm done drawing my line. I'll push return. I want that same wall to be 5 inches thick, but I need to go 2.5 inches on either side of this line. So I'll type O at the command prompt, push return, set my offset distance to 2.5, push return, hit the space bar, same thing. Click on that line, go to one side, click on that line again, go to the other side, and I'll push return. I'm going to erase that middle line. So I've got all this stuff going on here, and I need to clean all these corners up to turn them into something that actually looks like walls. Or maybe it could even be a window frame. I can use F for fillet and make sure that my radius is set to 0. And if I click on this end, and I can clean up that corner and I'm fine. But what happens if I clean up this corner? Well, suddenly I've lost this section of line. I can go back, draw another line in, if it'll let me. There we go. And then continue with my fillet command. There we go. And again, I'll run into that same problem here if I use the fillet command, but remember, we also have available to us the trim command. So if I type TR for trim, and then if I say, I'm not going to select any particular cutting objects, I want all objects to cut all other objects. So push return, and then all I have to do is click on the pieces that I want to remove. There we go. We'll get to adding other things here in just a moment. Well, let's say that we need to make a hole for a door going into this space, and let's put a hole for a window over here. What do you say? So most doors start about the hinge of most doors start about 6 inches away from the corner of the wall. So I'm going to offset this 6 inches. And let's make this a standard. That's just a standard door size. It's 36 inches. So offset again, 36 inches. Okay. And let's put a window right in the middle of this wall, so I can draw a line from the midpoint and come across. And if it goes past, that's fine. It's not a big deal. And let's make it a 36-inch window. And if I want that centered, that means I know I need to go 18 inches on either side of this. O for offset, 18 inches on that side, one on that side. And now I'm going to erase this temporary line. I'm going to use my trim command just like I did before, TR. All objects are going to cut all other objects. And now I'm going to select through there and through here. But I can't trim this out yet. How am I going to get these get this trimmed out? If I hold down my Shift key, I can extend those vertical lines through the wall. Then let go of my Shift key and use crossings to cut my way through there. So hopefully that'll help illustrate how handy the combination of commands can be when we're creating information. And we're, in this case, what started as something like a room that ended up looking like a window frame turned right back into a room again. And we haven't even started doing the fun things yet. So this is the basics. This is learning how to use your pencil, learning how to use your eraser and make things work right. So that is the offset command. I urge you, get into the program. We've covered just about everything in the draw section. All these items here, not so much these secondary items here, and most everything here in the modify. There are additional items in modify. And again, it's one of those things I really haven't used them, but we can discuss them later in class if we need to. So there you are. And hope you guys have a great evening or daytime or road trip or whenever you happen to be watching these videos. And I will see you in class.